Now I gotta ride or die.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a Q&A in the back of my truck, and I filled it. I'll take my flip-flops off first. I filled it with water. Now this is going to be the most, oh my god, it's freezing. Oh, right, this is going to be the most redneck thing you're going to see today, in my opinion. Now I've just actually finished the gym, so this is going to be light-hearted fun with me chilling my absolute nuts off in here. I've just put my ankles in, and we're at the point now where I know what's coming. You got to put your bum in, the nuts go in. It's going to be a bad time. Obviously, no redneck rear swimming pool converted pickup truck is complete without a little cider. It would usually be beer, but we got cider today. Now we're going to get this part out of the way first. What I'm actually going to do is ask my lovely girlfriend to come out and help me so I can do this properly. I am not ready for this at all. Oh, the things you do for YouTube. Oh my god, that is so cold. Oh my god, it is literally the hottest day so far at the moment, and that is my balls. Oh, right, we're in. I'm going to keep the water going, so we've got a little bit more water coming up. This is freezing cold. Right, let's get on with the Q&A. Right, I brought you guys a little bit closer. I actually posted this picture on my Instagram account just to ask you guys to ask me some questions. So, my lovely girlfriend behind the screen. Yes, first things first, actually, I do actually have a girlfriend. She's there. She's not here, she's there. So, first one, I have a girlfriend. Good start. Every time we do a we do a question, I'll drink. This is the most redneck cold thing I've ever done in my entire life, but it's fine. My toes are already going blue. It's fine, it's fine. Right, first question.
Gonna turbo the 106 yet?
No, I'm not going to turbo the 106. I'd like to cam it, I think. The reality of camming, though, is meaning that I'll have to go off the island, and none of the current ferries are running because coronavirus. And that, I don't want to turbo it, though. I'd like to go to like 150, 160 horsepower with cams, but I'm not saying I'm actually going to do that because it might not happen. But yeah, camming would probably be the way to go, just to give it a little bit more power. Throttle bodies maybe, but like throttle bodies, it's expensive at the end of the day, and I've already got an expensive performance car that I don't drive, which is the RS3, so that's that. Next question. Drink.
What car do you most want to own, even though you know it's not very good?
Maserati Quattroporte. Maserati Quattroporte. Love the idea of that car. Love the price point. They're a hilarious price point at the moment. I actually did a video you guys may not seen already. Oh my god, that was so cold. Yeah, I did a video about £10,000 cars to buy, because a lot of people were asking me. Funny price point, I think, but there's a lot of car you can get for your money, and a Quattroporte is one of those cars. Next question.
If you had to pick one car from your car history to crush, which one would it be?
The trouble is, there's a few that I would actually physically love to go and crush, but none of them really jump out. I think probably the first sort of Mercedes E-Class I had, that just wasn't a very good car. It was 300 quid, it was terrible, so I'd probably crush that. Other than that, I had a 1.4 Mark V Golf on air ride, and the air ride was butchered. And although I saw it on the side of the road and stuff and bought it relatively cheap, you guys may know from the car history, the front struts, literally as I got home, I jacked the car up just to check the wheels and take them off, and the wheel didn't go off the ground because the actual piston inside the strut and the bag had snapped. So as you're driving, that could actually snap, and obviously the car would fall apart. So I'll probably crush that just because it was terribly built. Next question.
What are your thoughts on a project van?
I like the idea of vans. Not for performance though. I would probably go down the whole FYD clothing in the back of it sort of idea, I think. That'd probably be the way I'd go with it. I think I wouldn't want to do a performance build. I am watching Jason's performance build on his van, and that's really cool, but I don't think I'd want to put power in a van. I like the idea of power in a van. It's really, really cool, but I personally would go like comfy bags, stupid wheels, and like a clothing section in the back of it if I was going to do that. Drink. Next question.
What is your dream two-car garage? rules to this are: one is a supercar and one is a daily driver.
Lexus LFA for the supercar. The daily, I hate to say it, but it would have to be like some sort of 4x4, I think. Do you know what I'd have? A Hennessy Velociraptor, like the one on Top Gear, you know that yellow one that was like 800 horsepower? I'd have that, because that'd be the ultimate daily. You can get stuff in the back of it. You can do everything with that, basically. I'd like a classic, but I couldn't have it as a supercar because I want an LFA and I couldn't have it as a daily. So yeah, that's probably where I'd go with that. An LFA, white, anthracite wheels, red leather interior, already built it in my head, no exhaust system, like straight through, and a Velociraptor Hennessy thingy, like the one you saw on Top Gear. Drink, next question.
When are you going to start reviewing cars again?
When the coronavirus is over, but I'm going to change it up. I did do a video basically like the videos that are going to be coming, where me and the owner of the car go out in our cars. So I take the 106 or the RS3 and we go out for a B-road bash and just enjoy them. I don't really want to go back to the initial, what I used to do reviewing cars. I think that's a little bit dead for me, if I'm honest. I've driven enough cars now to know what they're like, and I'd rather just go for a drive with someone and enjoy my car and their car at the same sort of time. Review based, if that makes sense. So like pitching them against each other, or just going out for a leisurely drive with other cars would be nice. Drink, next question.
What is the engine that is in the truck?
It is a 2.3 litre Volvo 940 turbo engine. It's the red block engine, so it can actually hold quite a bit of boost. I think, don't take me with word on this, but I genuinely think you can get like 400 horsepower out of these blocks with not a lot of mods. Obviously turbo, fueling, all that sort of stuff. Right now, it's about 150 to 200, I'm gonna say. Yeah. It's had a bit of boost put on it and stuff, but it's nothing crazy. But it is a little bit more powerful than it was when it was in the 940. So yeah, it's quite a good engine really, and a lot of people don't really get it, but I can daily drive that engine and get parts for it, so it makes complete sense being in a car, a classic car that I want to daily drive, or at least enjoy as much as I can. I've had a classic car where you had a big engine in it and it constantly went wrong. Not constantly went wrong, but it was temperamental, which was the Cadillac, and I didn't really want to go back to that. So when this came up, the Volvo engine made complete sense to me. Next question, drink.
What is it like driving an old American truck car from driving in a modern sport car?
It's rattly, as it get like proper rattly. It's like, it's sort of going along like this, but it's like, it's pure driving in a weird way. It's not because it's fast, it's just a cruiser. It's enjoyable. Like when you come out of Tesco's to see it, it's like just funny. And it's like, I don't know, there's something about it, and I can't really explain it until you drive something versus a new car. I always prefer the old, you know, car style of driving. This being the oldest car I've driven for the longest period of time, and I can get in it and enjoy it, but it is still a bit like, you notice its quirks, like the wayward handling, like the brakes that are good, you know, now I've refreshed everything, but it is still a little bit understandable that you would feel a huge difference from the two, and I do. So next question, drink. What
made you buy the Audi RS3 over other cars such as a BMW or a Mercedes?
I wanted that RS3 since I had my first Mark 5 Golf when I was about 21, when I built that, put wheels on it and did the interior and that. We were going to, I think it was the Fast Show, and we were driving along, and it was when those cars had just come out. So you're talking 2011, 2012, and a white four-door, obviously RS3 because it only came in four-door, came past me like I was stood still, and that just stuck up here as like, I want one of them so bad at some point, knowing full well they were like silly money at the time, because this is obviously 2012, 11, 12, 13, something like that. Yeah, when the opportunity came up and that one actually rolled into Having Car Company, I was like, oh my god, that's the car that came past me like a lightning, like all these years ago. So yeah, I'd never driven one, and then I'd had an 8P diesel years ago, but loved the interior. It's, you know, really nice drive. We went out in that and I was just sold on the idea. BMWs, I think for the same sort of money, you're looking at E92s. I've driven a few of them. I do like them, and I would definitely have one, but there's just something about that RS3 that just like, it literally does everything. It cruises, get everyone in it, it's rocket ship fast, and I always wanted one, so it sort of was on the short list at the end of the day. And after driving C63s and M3s and various other cars, RSs and stuff, that was just, you know, the RS3 was the one that I wanted. Next question, drink.
What's your favourite car you've reviewed?
Does my Cadillac count? No, probably not. I like anything with no roof and a supercharger or a turbo, or something that just fights you down the road, because then it's exciting. Not necessarily in the way that you would expect. Like, you want it to be fast and exciting, but to get a good video, in my opinion, it would have to be something that really jumps out at you, like an EP3 400 horsepower thing. That is like, oh my god, this thing is insane, and how the hell is it going along, you know, down the road and stuff. So stuff like that, or some sort of convertible, because days like this, with a bit of boost and a lovely road on the way to like some sort of pub to have some food, you would pick a convertible to go like B-road bashing in. That's the way I see it. Or a 106 GTI, because they're good. Next drink.
Have you clear coated the truck?
No, we ceramic coated it. Didn't want to clear coat it, mainly because this isn't the original paint. I was going to clear coat my Cadillac way back when, because that was original patina. This is not original, it is forced patina. We painted this bit, basically, this whole back part, because the truck was completely painted when I bought it. I wanted that to match, because it was army green underneath. Not clear coating it, meaning that I could change the colour if I really wanted to, was sort of the plan. But ceramic coating, obviously with the Car Pro guys, was the way forward for me, because I'd seen how good it was on my X6, and I don't think many people ceramic coat old cars, or at least old trucks like this, so thought it was a bit different. Next drink.
Did you prefer the Saxo VTS or the 106 GTI?
106 GTI all day long. I love the VTS, but the reason that car existed is because I couldn't fund a 106 GTI at the time. Couldn't find one. I you know, dipped in and out of looking for them for years, and it was always one of those cars. My mates had them. I always looked from the, you know, from the background, like, oh, I'd like one of them at one point. And like, the VTS is really, it's honestly a fantastic car, but for me, I grew up around 106s, and I know there's not a lot of difference in them, but I would pick the 106 over the VTS. Just has a little bit more of a sentimental feel to it, especially that one. So that's sort of the way that I went around that. But I'm glad and still happy that I owned that VTS for the period of time I did. It was exciting. Died at the MOT station, if people didn't know, and it just wasn't economically oh, that's so cold. It wasn't economically a good idea at the time. End of the day, if I was going to put £1,000 into that VTS, I might as well just bought a GTI. So that's sort of the way I was thinking about it, and full circle, we now have a GTI on the channel.
What further plans would you have with the truck?
Lower the back, maybe change the wheels, finish the interior. Other than that, nothing. And then I'm going to say this now, and if you've got to this point in the video, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that jazzy stuff. I'm then going to sell it. Now, I only keep cars for a year to a year and a half, and I've got to be very front about that, because at the end of the day, I have a list of cars I want to own, and if this one can fund the next one, then chances are I'm probably going to end up doing it. This was the first one to come to the FYD fleet. This will be the first one to leave. That's sort of how it is. I'm not saying it's going to be in 6 months, but you know, in 4 months to 5 months, I am going to be looking to be selling this to fund other stupidity. Right, new battery, different position. Last few questions. Although it's like slightly nice today, it's still very cold.
Would you be willing to do a proper in-depth Aristo review?
Oh, now I already have one, as in-depth as it gets on this channel, if I'm quite honest, of Josh's one when it was completely finished. So we finished it, wheels, 09 kit, all that sort of stuff. So it probably is about 3 years ago now, so go back through the channel and have a look. Again, it's not like an in-depth crazy review of switches and stuff, but it is enough for you to sort of understand how that car works and the thrill it gives you and stuff, and just the niceness of it. Drink.
Have you ever had dices hanging from the rear view mirror?
Yes, in my Corsa, I had a pair of eBay black and white dice hanging from my rearview mirror, because it was cool for like a bit. I don't think it was ever cool, I don't know. It was just like everyone was doing it, so I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Will you go to Scotland again? Maybe do the North Coast 500?
I would love to do the NC 500. I would like to take a car that can do all of it. A new one would be quite nice. I did try and do something, not last year, the year before up there, but just like, I wanted to take a press car up basically and just enjoy it, and then, you know, get a grasp as to where stuff was, and then take one of my own cars up. I'd love to do it in the RS3. I think that would be the best car to take it. But the 106 GTI would obviously be the best choice to take up there. That'd be the most fun. The trouble is, I'm on the Isle of Wight, which is the bottom of the country, and the NC 500 is obviously at the top, so you're still looking at like 12 or 13 hours time to actually drive to the road. Maybe one day I'll do it, maybe not. Hopefully when, you know, things are like, I'm halfway up the country anyway, it'd be quite nice to book a little bit more time up there, but it's something I do want to do 100%. It's probably the last thing that I have to check off my up here list of places to go. Next. Would you do any videos with other YouTubers? Yeah, I'm always looking to you know, shoot other YouTubers' cars and stuff. I did used to approach a lot of people, but it's always one of those things where I have to be many hours away. You have to be quite far up the country to get to places. Again, Isle of Wight base, so it's just a little bit of a nightmare. And conflict of what's going on and where these people are. Some people book themselves right up to, you know, months and months down the line. I sort of keep it open, but, you know, have booked up as well. So sometimes we're looking at like 6 months, sometimes we're even looking at like a year's time when, you know, this person is going to be around that sort of area. So it's one of those things. But yeah, I do always try and sort of collab in that way. Always looking for collabs as well. I've only got a little bit left. Next question.
What car would you have back with no regrets of buying it?
Cadillac all day long, 100%. In fact, I pestered the guy that bought it off me for the past however many years, and if you've got to this point in the video, we're quite far on now. He cracked and told me when he was going to sell it. Not that I'm going to have the money to buy it, but he definitely cracked and told me when he was going to sell it. So if all of the cars disappear, you'll know why. It probably won't be for that though, because I still won't be able to afford it. Oh dear. One day, eh? Anyway, as I sip my last bit of cider, I'd like to thank you all for watching my stupidity in a freezing cold bed of my truck. Make sure you like and subscribe. If I don't get any likes on this video and it gets no views, I've literally chilled my balls to the point where this is just like I actually want to cry right now. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.